Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. You got a goal? Go get it. Adam Krigler.
Hi, buddy.
Wow.
Hi, chat. I love you. Mwah.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
And brought to you by you, the G2 community, at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch.tv. And today, Twitter. What's going on, Twitter? Nobody's watching, let's be real, but good to see you guys. Thanks so much for finding us today on the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's Side Scrollers. Hello, Travis.
Good morning. I'm here. Nothing crazy going on today, actually, for a change.
Travis, you know I go to you first every day, right?
Yeah, and I'm not prepared.
Okay.
I'm always pulling up pages and links and things. But I guess I should leave myself unmuted. Is what it is.
Just be ready every day. Just be ready. Blabs, how are you?
Hi, it's Tuesday, which means tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'm very excited for tomorrow's stream. But I'm also excited for today's stream, so hi, chat.
Oh, good. Yes, big week today, and a big week this week. And Adam Krigler.
You know, I have noticed, now that you pointed out that you always bring Trav on first, you always bring me on last. Is there a reason for that? I'm just curious.
Yeah, you're the greatest gamer in the room.
Okay, so it's an honor to be last.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's first is the worst, second is the best, and third is
Then what does that mean for being first?
Well, I'm first, so I'm the worst. Second is the best.
Is the worst.
Third is the one with the hairy chest.
Craig.
That's you, Blabs.
Damn it!
Ha! So wait, what's fourth?
Counting Craig, though. He's always there. He's the one introducing.
He wasn't always there. How dare you? I had my time to shine. All right, and I was there. I was first, which means I was the worst just once.
First is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the hairy chest. Then you save the best for last. The hairy chest. The hairy chest. That's right.
What did he say?
You said cherry.
Cherry chest. So maybe that's what you got.
What is a cherry chest, Craig?
It means when you have the cherry tattoo right here. It's just like when, if the girls have the tramp stamp down here. Put the cherry right here on their chest. It's really weird. Is
that like a male tramp stamp?
I've never seen that before. I've never seen it. Wait, multiple cherries or one cherry?
It's the double cherry.
Symbolic of something?
The little double
like the
cherry.
Two? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks like testicles.
For Africa.
Yeah. What? Blabs.
Hey, he kept it cleaner, and I thought he was
Blabs.
Through the whole
how
time.
dare you? That is
cherries
disrespectful.
It's good, nutritious fruit.
You said testicles.
Blabs, be better.
I didn't say them.
Craig, you said they were for Africa, though.
Why did you assume I was talking about testicles for Africa, Adam?
Because you said
right after he said testicles.
I said for Africa, cherries for Africa. I didn't say anything else.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There will be a day, and there will be a day sometime soon.
My mom's in Africa right now, by the way, guys.
Did she bring him balls?
Did she bring the balls?
No.
What about cherries?
No.
No. Okay.
There is a cherry tree in her backyard there, though. She just sent me a picture.
And she didn't
bring them any.
Take this opportunity to bring the cherries to Africa? Jeez.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we do a big Side Scrollers charity stream and it's
for Africa.
It's to bring meatballs and cherries to Africa. That's the entire goal of the charity stream.
Hey, we can feed a lot of people.
Is there such thing as like cherry balls? Is that a thing?
There are sour cherry balls. Yes, it's a candy.
No, look, Christmas cherry balls. That's a thing.
Yes.
Hold on, let me share my screen real quick.
Sour cherry balls. Yes, I guarantee that's what you're looking at.
No, they're not. They're
cherry
Nanny's
meatballs.
Christmas cherry balls.
Yeah.
So retro, so delicious. I'm on a different account actually, so you're gonna have to share. I couldn't do it myself. Look at this. Look how good those things look. Wouldn't you love to have those balls in your mouth, guys? Man,
Oh,
Please
those
click
aren't the
that.
ones that I saw.
510.
The ones
look
I'm
how
looking
delicious
at
those
are
look.
sweet and tangy cherry meatballs.
Oh no, actually that might be good too, but these look absolutely fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, those look better.
They look
Okay.
fire. I would definitely put those balls in my mouth.
And 5:30.
Mark that code. 5 minutes, 30 seconds in.
Yeah, 5:10, 5:30. You heard it here, folks.
Rob will. Hey, if you guys can clip that, please, and post it on Twitter, please, that'd be great. Hey, Rob on Wheels came in with the £5 super chat. Says Big Ups Comic Book Guy. Let's go, Rob. Let's go. Love that we keep timestamps on this. And let's hey. Check this out. Henry Davis.
Henry
with
Davis.
the 50 bomb.
Holy
50
shit.
dollar super chat. Says start this strong. Let's go, Henry. Can I get some crowns in the chat, please? For Henry Mother effing Davis. Let's stink and go. Thank you so much, Henry. What a great start to the stream today. Let's have a kick-ass stream. Let's get these guys some money today. Let's stink and go. All right, let's go. Blake says, was sick the last couple days. Thanks for making it less miserable. Love the N64 music stream. Hey, Blake. Yeah, it was fun times last night. I'm looking to do a music stream probably once a week. I really enjoy doing those. They are less populated from a viewership perspective, but I'll tell you what, they are super fun to do. And
Well, it was supported as well.
yeah,
So,
they're awesome. They're
less
awesome.
people, but they enjoy it more. Why not?
Right. But at the end of the day, hey, it's about just getting together, listening to some tunes and enjoying them. And it's so much fun doing that. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but we're going to do something good. Blake, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. Hopefully you're feeling better.
The reason I fell asleep last night was because it was music playing. It's like, I got to go to bed, guys. I've been listening to this music for an hour.
Awesome.
Did it creep into your dreams at all?
No.
Okay. I tuned in for a little bit and heard some sort of weird, not reggae beat, bass dropping, and I'm like, this is weird. I'm out of here.
Some of it was
dipped out.
Was it Buck Bumble?
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't know it. But
you
that was
should.
it. Because I tuned in, you're like, this is that Buck Bumble. Isn't that great? Listen to those beats drop. And I'm like, this guy it's cringe. I'm out of here.
Hey man, if you don't know Buck Bumble, you need to get in on that Buck Bumble. All right. Buck Bumble was one
Say
of the
like 4 more times.
Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble.
Like 4 times
Buck
fast.
Bumble. Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble. There you go.
Nice. Very
Listen,
nice.
if you don't know Buck Bumble, Blabs, you've never heard the song before, but listen, this is one of the best themes on the N64. We're gonna
don't
play it
play
right
it.
now.
No,
Yeah, we
don't
are.
play it now. Oh my goodness.
It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumper. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper.
I dig it.
To the bass.
You know what it reminds me of? Mr. Bombastic, that song?
Right. Look at Adam has slowly but surely removed his headphones.
I have ears.
Wow!
Little
Adam
did you
has
know.
ears.
I know. Look, they're
There they
there.
are.
They exist.
Let's see them one more time. Let's
Why?
Screen grab.
Hold on. Wait. I got something for you.
Screen grab. There it
Thanks,
is. Grab
man.
it all. Grab it all. There it is. Nice.
That's a weird face. That's a weird face.
Did I get it? Did I get it? No, he moved. Damn it.
Oh,
I
hey, that's
mean,
okay. You can
It's on
rewind.
video. You guys can.
Yeah, just
I know,
rewind.
but I just like screen grabbing at the moment.
Evan came in with the $6.99 Canadian super chat. Says there's no beating Adam. There's no beating Adam balls.
Adam's balls. All right, get it
Adam's,
right.
well,
They're my
it's
balls.
bulls.
No,
There's
those
no
are
beating
balls.
Adam's bulls. Nobody can resist his sweaty bulls.
That's
There
actually
you go.
also true. So, yeah,
We're learning a lot today. We learned a lot today, but already.
I've got
Thank you, Evan.
ears. I got sweaty bulls, and no one fucks with them.
That's right. Okay, sounds good. You're very, very, very conscious about your balls. Hey, do us a favor, hit the thumbs up
Bulls.
button if you guys are watching. Oh, the bulls. Over on
Doubles.
Rumble or on YouTube, and if you're watching over on Twitter, which maybe like one of you are, if one of you are, do us a favor, hit the retweet button. We'd really appreciate it. We're streaming on my Twitch today. I think we'll switch over to on my Twitter today. We're gonna switch over to the Side Scrollers Twitter tomorrow. So make sure you guys go follow the Side Strollers Twitter right there. So, yeah, man, good stuff. Good. Oh, Evan says super chats don't let you say balls. Really, you can't say balls in super chat.
That's
It's
weird.
insane. That is weird.
What if you want to say bouncy ball?
I don't know. But Evan, you can say balls in a regular chat, but you can't say balls in a super chat. That's not very super at all. That's kind of bullshit. Jeff Raptor also gifted a tier 1 sub over on Twitch to Commodore Krigler. Look at that. That's nice. Wonderful stuff.
So sweet.
And
Thank you.
Bill came in with the 5, says, what is a buck bumble? And do you have to wash your hands after?
The way you say Bill makes me think of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
He's a hack.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Is
He's kind of an asshole. Yeah, he's weird.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I don't know anything about him. I just remember watching him in middle school.
Yeah.
Well, Bill got broke. Bill got broke, man.
Broke back Bill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, not that way, but
It
that's all right.
changes it a little bit, but
Sure does. Sure does.
Why not?
So tomorrow we have Boogie on the show, which will be very, very cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I tried to forget it.
He was on Camelot show last night, and I'll tell you what.
Was he?
They went all sorts of crazy places last night. Like they were talking about
It's Camelot.
everything.
Yeah, I watched a couple of documentaries about him. You know, some of his stuff is similar to DSP, but I can't see why everybody lumps him in a group with DSP because DSP purposely did like hateful stuff online, and whereas I can't find anything where he like was saying racist stuff or any, you know what I'm saying? It's just he spent his money wrong.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He put it all in crypto.
Right.
Like
Okay,
and-
so
and
he
so
bet
lost it.
wrong.
Mhm.
But whose
Yeah.
business is that? He just shared it on the internet.
Well,
If
he's
you had
definitely
never told anybody, nobody would ever fucking know.
right. He's been transparent, almost too transparent with his audience.
Right. And then he got hate. Yes, I understand it's their money, but like he hasn't done anything. Like he didn't take somebody's
I disagree
money.
with that. I disagree. When you give your money to someone and they spend it how they want, and it's not how you think they should spend it, that doesn't like that's none of your fucking business.
That's what I agree with.
If you're supporting them, you're supporting them. Like
Mhm.
if they throw it away, they're a dumbass. You could call them a dumbass, and you know, but you can't be
think-
upset. Like you didn't spend my money correctly. It's like, bro, you gave it to him. It's not yours anymore. What?
Right.
With DSP, he said this money's for this. I didn't find anything where he ever said that. you know?
Right. I see.
Will Through Life with Brian. Brian came in with the 2, says bouncy balls. See, there you go. You can say balls in super.
It
chat.
happened, but
There you
with
go.
the Z, because it was
Ball-
a Z.
No, there was an S. That was an S. right?
Before he put a Z on the end,
Oh, balls.
like balls,
Mhm.
balls.
And look at this. Here's Extra Zero says, what about super balls? They're a staple of grocery store quarter machines. Oh yeah, those super balls. That's right. You bounce and they boom. Those are great,
yeah.
man. Those are awesome.
Classic,
Yeah,
classic.
that man. And thank you again, Henry, for the $50 super chat. That's
that's
beyond
huge.
amazing to get us going.
That's huge.
So we got Boogie tomorrow, and then on Friday, we've kind of mentioned this a few times, but I want to make sure this is well known. On Friday at 1:00 Central Standard Time, so 2 hours after our regular start time, after the show,
Casablanca.
Blabs will be playing Castlevania for the first time ever. Castlevania 1 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. She'll be streaming it, and I will be watching it and trying not to
I
pull
have it on
Blabs.
Steam. That's
Yeah, but it's the game from the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yes, exactly.
There is a
got-
difference, though.
I
I
got
just
like,
want to clarify there. I'm playing on Steam.
Thank you, Blabs.
from a viewer standpoint, I have a couple of questions. Is
Yes,
she gonna
Oh,
have
dear.
any? Is she gonna have any help at all?
I
I just
will.
want a
coach.
friend.
I'll do my best to coach her. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And
He's gonna yell at me.
like if she can't get past the point, you're just gonna like in the old days, just let her keep trying.
Well, I can't grab the controller and play it
Sure,
for her, so
sure,
absolutely,
sure.
she's gonna have to figure. She's
All
gonna have to
right.
tough it out.
Good luck, Labs.
I feel like Craig's gonna yell at me eventually, like, "You fucking idiot, jump right," or something. You know.
Well, I've seen her play Destiny, and
Listen, that was just one fuck up. If you watched the 10
Yikes.
minutes before that, I was killing people left and right.
Let me just say this,
Bombs.
Blabs. I'm a very encouraging coach until you don't want to try, and when you don't want to try, that's when we have issues. So
Okay.
all I expect is your best effort, Blabs.
I honestly think she's played enough games that after she gets the move sets down, she'll be okay. You know.
That's
The
very
move
optimistic of you, Trav.
Of whip
Listen,
and jump.
Adam, stop being such a Debbie Downer. I'm just gonna call you Debbie from now on.
I think the jumping
It's my middle name.
accuracy back then was horrid. and
Adam Debbie Crickler.
Yeah.
she's never played
It's
like
Deb,
on old
but, yeah.
systems with that weird
Deb?
jumping accuracy shit. I think that'll be the hardest part for her.
I agree.
First of all, we've discovered today that Adam likes balls in his mouth, and his middle name is Debbie.
Cherry balls. Cherry balls. Christmas cherry. All right, to be more exact.
Oh, it's like pine fresh.
The more traditional, the better.
We got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna get nowhere. As always, we have a run of show, and then we just kind of throw it out as we start talking about balls and cherries and in Africa and all
Yep.
sorts of stuff.
For
It
the children
happens.
in Africa.
Hey,
For the
Kyle,
children.
Kyle came in with the $4.99. Says not a fan of Boogie after he claimed on Twitter that he is pro puberty blocking, aka sterilization for underage children. But hey, that's just me. Well, Kyle, I don't know if we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Well,
but
if that's true, I have issues.
Yeah, I didn't. His Twitter,
fuck
I need
that.
to go through.
and
Fuck,
I
don't know if
also
it's true or not, but I mean,
Mhm.
if that is, I can
Yeah.
just ask him. Hey, are you for puberty blockers
Yeah.
for kids?
And who knows? It
That's
could have been
fucked
a
up.
bad joke too. You know, Twitter's you make a joke and
It's-
people
yeah.
can't tell if you're
Yeah.
joking or sarcastic or something. You know what I mean?
it's in text. You never know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if we'll
how
get into that
could be a
tomorrow. But
joke.
I would hope he would have clarified it though, if it was a joke. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Blake came in, says, I need to buy some more Pokeballs. Hey, Blake, thanks so much for the balls.
Someone's gonna
Balls
try
is
it with the
super
Z, the Z. All right, BALLZ.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe. All right. Next, anyone who does super chat in the future, just throw balls with a Z at the end of it. You know, just do your regular super chat and then add balls.
Just do Dragon Ball Z.
Or hell, just add balls to every super chat for the rest of Side Scrollers history, just so we can
Someone
have
just
this guy
send
say
in, like, a
balls
friggin'
all the time.
Super chat, just testicles. That's it. Just leave.
Yes.
Well, that's
Yeah,
that's so
that's-
different. They could be talking about cherry traditional Christmas balls, Blabs.
That's
Yeah.
Com says.
What's with you and Cherry today?
I still have this up on my screen. I legitimately want to make
salivating over there. And I
make
really
the
want
cherry balls. You think I was joking before? Like they're delicious. So I want to make 'em.
Balls.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Jason. Shout out to Jason.
Scotty came in with the $7.99. Says Side Scrollers hat should be here by the 11th. Gonna wear it with pride, brother. Long live Adam Balls Dard. Hey, Scotty. Thank you so much.
If you buy a hat from Side Scrollers, make sure you tag us on Twitter so we see it.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Dick Rule says Kriegler's favorite drink, cherry Pepsi. That's right.
No, I don't drink soda.
No
Soda's-
soda.
I like
Never
how his
liked-
thumb
never
down
liked
was
Cherry
like a thumb
anyway.
into his chest.
No, it's a thumbs down. What are you talking about? No, this is into my chest. You can't even see my thumb. It has to
He
be
has
down.
no
You have to
thumbs.
see it.
Hey, Pest came back as a remember for 3 months. Just as balls. Hey, thanks, Pest.
Yay!
Appreciate that. Let's go. Balls. Man, it's balls crazy today. Metastep came in
Balls
with the
deep.
2 says balls. Yeah, we're straight up balls deep today. Let's go. That's awesome. Hey, you loving all the balls all over Side Scrollers, which is great. All right. Hey, if you guys haven't yet, if you guys are thinking about starting up a podcast, I wanted to get into this before we get into hard news. We have a StreamYard affiliate link down below. Several of you guys have used it already, which is awesome. Head on down to the link down below. You can get a free StreamYard account, and it benefits us. If you guys think about starting a podcast, it's what we use every single day. Give it a go, and it's a great program. It's always updating. They're always adding all sorts of new stuff. It allows you to do a podcast, especially a video podcast, extremely easy. And if you don't want to do a live podcast, it allows you to record stuff very easily. That's how we're going to do on Friday. Blab's playing Castlevania. I mean, look, it's extremely diverse. It allows you to do all sorts of fun stuff. So consider using the StreamYard link down below. That is our affiliate link. Yeah, it's awesome. And as CDI says, not even just podcast. What if you want to co-stream with a guest? That's right. You can do all that stuff. You don't have to do necessarily a podcast, or you want to stream with somebody else. It's all there, ready to go, easy breezy. So, all right, Adam, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's time for
He's
my
like, "For
favorite
what?"
segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for
Hard news.
9 on 10.
9 on 10.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
Funny enough, I actually
That's
think,
19. I'll take it. I'll take
Actually-
it, guys.
thinks when he does it on the fly, it sounds better than the regulated, pre-recorded one myself.
Yeah, it's good. Pretty good stuff.
It's because
Hey,
I'm a
Platy-
professional, Travis.
Straight up pro. Platypunk
I'm
came in with a 2. Says, yell at my balls. BAWLZ. Ah. Thank you
That
so
was
much,
a yell?
Platypunk.
That's
I'm
how
not
you
gonna
yell at
to
balls.
Mike. You'll sound like a mosquito.
What?
All right. Hey,
Good boy.
do you guys
Okay.
remember?
Give you that.
Uh,
Give you that for free. Just keep moving.
You guys remember a few weeks ago, or maybe it was a few shows ago, that we talked about the Blossom reboot happening? You guys remember that?
Yeah, I
remember
tried
you
to
talking
forget it.
about Still don't know
Um,
the show.
Yeah,
So we had the Blossom reboot, and once again,
cool.
it's a crazy thing how these things kind of circle back, right? And one of the big stars of the original Blossom show was Joey Lawrence.
Mhm.
Joey
yeah,
Lawrence.
you mentioned that, and I don't know.
And he'd go, whoa, that was his tagline. Well, his brother, Matthew Lawrence, opened up
The Mrs.
about,
Doubtfire kid.
the kid from
I
Mrs.
didn't know they were
Doubtfire.
siblings. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes you go, whoa. Well, he said this is we're going deep into Hollywood today. Today is a Hollywood-driven show. We're going to be talking about how insane this is. But his brother, I know, Matthew Lawrence says he was fired from an agency after refusing to strip down for a director offering him a role in Marvel.
This one pisses me off, to be honest, because
Tell us more.
What the director will say and what the agency will say is, well, you'd had to take your clothes off in a movie, so he's just seeing if you're comfortable taking your clothes off. Well, what they don't tell you is the guy was in a goddamn robe. Okay, if I'm taking my clothes off for a movie, there's 50 people around. It's not me and one guy in a robe. Okay, this is what makes it sexual harassment. If you were to ask me to do that in front of a room full of people to see if I'm okay with it, cool. Then we're all here. There's witnesses. But you're in a fucking robe. We're in your hotel room.
Right. So he has a podcast called Brotherly Love, and he talked about being offered a role in a Marvel production, but only if he's stripped. He says, there's been many times in my life where I've been propositioned to get a huge role. I've lost my agency because I went to the hotel room, which I can't believe they'd send me to, of a very prominent Oscar-winning director who showed up in a robe, asked me to take off my clothes, and said he needed to take Polaroids of
And he
me.
needed Polaroids,
Right.
not
Lord,
digital pictures. Polaroids.
and then if I did X, Y, and Z, I would be the next Marvel character. I didn't do that.
Wait,
and
what's
my
that?
agent- right.
What's X, Y, and Z?
Oh, I
Bingo.
guess he's
Good
just
question.
pushing stuff.
I wish that he'd put out the director's name.
No, yeah. See, this is the thing that I don't like about this is that he refuses to mention when it happened, hotel, who the director was.
It could ruin his career.
Well, too
So-
bad.
It's already
So what?
ruined. He didn't do
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, he doesn't have a career. And you know how much like media would cover him if he actually ousted some Oscar-worthy director?
I get
You know?
that, but
And like this is just he said she said at this point because you're not giving any names. You're not actually stating this is what happened. You know, you haven't said anything like for how many years? If this happened years ago, why are you not saying anything, right? And then he also says, "Oh, Terry Crews wasn't believed when they said anything about him." But you're not defending Terry Crews either because you're not coming out and saying this is what happened to me with X, Y, and Z name, right? So
Look,
you're
Right.
just
we're
no
gonna
name.
need to know. We're gonna need to know what X, Y, and Z is. Can someone get Ezra Miller on the phone and see
Please
what he
define
did?
X for us.
Because I'm fairly confident that man has done a lot more than just those 3 letters.
I just
So-
think if you say his career's already ruined, but he may not have gotten roles because he said no to this. He may have thought he didn't get something other than that movie
This
role
kind of just
because
sounds
of
like
this.
clout, in my opinion. If this happened ages ago,
It could
why
have.
not just say
Yeah.
it then?
How do we
you're
know
right.
it did happen though?
To be honest,
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Like,
To be honest,
Yeah, this is all just so sketchy. There's not enough information whatsoever to say anything.
I
And like
think
I
he
said,
should come out like you said, because then he's protecting other people.
he's protecting
This-
other men
this
because
says-
men are just being shit on in Hollywood right now.
all I see from this is believe all women.
Yep.
Believe all
Let me-
women.
let me go and continue with this
no.
because
No, I don't believe
Well,
anyone.
he says,
Especially
Oh, I
if
thought
he's
you were
an
just saying
op-
no to Craig.
Sorry, Craig. Especially if he's an Oscar-winning director, that means he gets lots of movies. And if he's a Marvel director, lots and lots of movies. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I just find it interesting that he would be number one. He'd be a next Marvel character. Like I think we could probably go back and see like some casting rumors to see if he was actually up for any roles. I mean, he does kind of look like, maybe.
Oh, I had a huge crush on him when I was a kid. He was
Wait,
in The
what?
Hot Chick with Rob Schneider.
Wait.
Loved him.
What Oscar-winning director made a Marvel movie?
Good question.
The
There you
What's
go.
only
her face's
movie-
name? The one for Eternals.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. The Eternals is the only movie that I could have seen that maybe he was up for.
What about Kenneth
movie
Branagh? Did he's an Oscar-winning director. Kenneth Branagh did Thor 1.
Trav, see if you can do some digging,
Good
buddy.
question. Yeah.
Do a little digging, Trav. All right. He says he didn't reveal any names or give dates of when the encounter happened. Lawrence also mentioned the double standard that exists when male actors talk about sexual harassment versus female actors. Terry Crews comes out and says Terry Crews comes out and says it. People are laughing at him. People don't support him, he said. They kick him out. Why? Because he's a man that represents masculinity. And I think our society is less ready to hear that situation going on with men than they are with women. He continued, not a lot of guys, in my opinion, have come out and talked about this in this industry. There is also this same situation. Now, granted, it's probably about a third of what women go through. The amount of men go through this as well, whether it's another woman or another man in power. What's interesting here is, look, I've never been in Hollywood. I don't know, but I'll say this. You've heard about this type of thing, that there's a game that is played to kind of get to that certain point, right? Once there's certain things that you've got to do. I've heard whispers from people who are in that industry, not just acting, but the music industry, where you have to do this to get an opportunity at a record label. Hear about this all the time with rappers. This is something that has been talked about a lot in the hip hop industry, where you gotta, and I'm not kidding with that, you gotta get on your knees if you want to make that jump. And those who do they're the ones who are selling records. And I don't know, man, it's crazy and sad to think about. And I don't think this is that far-fetched. Do I definitely want more information? 100%. Do I think he should be naming names? 100%.
Mhm.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's just doing a podcast. I don't know the last time he was in a major role, which we can do a little digging real quick on. But I don't know. Is it that far-fetched to think that that's how Hollywood works?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm not saying I want to see some evidence, and obviously he might not have any, which is probably why he doesn't want to expose some huge high-level person if he doesn't have evidence. And then someone actually super chat, I don't know who said it, but that it opens him up to being sued for libel, and like, yeah,
That's
I could
true.
see that. He might get completely screwed over, because if it's a big wig, whatever, they certainly have the money to fight back and bury this guy for good.
By the way, Rob came in with the £5 super chat. Just says balls. Very on point for this subject. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate that. Evan
Good part
says
for the segment too.
that's right. Problem with the name is that without Evans, he can open himself to being sued successfully.
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
Evangelist said it.
Evan, thank you very much.
Evangelist.
And Hayden came in with the 10, says it could have been an Oscar winner, not for a Marvel movie. This is true.
Oh no, that's what I said. I wasn't saying like won an Oscar for a Marvel movie, but if he was giving a part for a Marvel movie and he was an Oscar winner, then
Mhm.
like a Oscar winner that is working on a
Yeah.
Marvel movie.
It kind of narrows it down a little bit.
Because the Marvel movie obviously wasn't out at the time, because if he's actually casting the guy, potentially, if he did X, Y, and Z, that is.
I see this in the chat talking about this. Brom says Brendan Fraser had the same thing happen to him, and it derailed his career. I had not heard this about Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser.
I had heard
You guys
this.
Yes, he was
Yeah, I've
blacklisted.
heard about this.
That's what I was saying. If he said no to the guy and then didn't get some auditions, and let alone was fired from his management company for it, he could have felt like, wow, now everybody knows this. Everybody's not going to hire me because he said no. You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
Kevin
Uh,
Sorbo also.
Wow, that's
Man,
interesting.
That dude is based as shit. I like
Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo.
Looking at his roles, Matthew Lawrence, you can see they are. He hasn't exactly been in any barn burners since.
I can't find anything about the director either, because now as I'm Googling, you know, the next 25,000 things are about this story. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I would need hours to dig through it.
Right. So you can see he's just kind of had bit roles here. There, nothing I would say of tremendous commercial success over the last several years. He had a, kind of a bit role in Hawaii Five-0 over here, and I don't really recognize a whole lot. He made a guest appearance in Girl Meets World, but like I said, not a whole lot of acting chops in the last decade or so. Which, hey, whatever, to each his own. Which is interesting, because I would think that if I'm going to guess that his revenue is probably coming from that podcast, or some sort of other investment or something along those lines. But I don't know. It's like it's worth exploring. I wish there was more information on it. Anyways, I'm not gonna say we're gonna continue following the story, because we probably won't. But I just thought it was interesting tie into the Blossom thing coming back, because I guess his brother, whatever. Anyways, let's move on to the next.
I thought you were talking about Cherry Blossoms for a second. I forgot about that show again.
I don't know.
And I was going to go through all the Marvel directors to find it out that way, how Adam said it, but there's like 48 of them. Who the fuck knew there were so many directors for Marvel shit?
Well, just look up Marvel directors who have won Oscars.
You try and Google that. I tried.
Well, let's see if I can find it.
I think there's like 2 of them.
No,
that we know of,
let's
at
move
least.
on.
No,
Yeah,
there's
move
a
on.
lot of them now.
Or we can just move on.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
let's-
won
this
for
one.
music and shit.
Please.
Let's go on to this one.
Begging.
This is a story about the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot, because we need another reboot of
A
Fantastic
third
Four.
reboot.
How many
I-
has there been now?
So there's been the ones with what's her face's name in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
And then
What's
they
her
did the
face,
flop
right?
in 2015.
yeah.
Never saw it.
No, I never saw it either.
Are
They
I
is the
actually
made
didn't see
like
their
siblings
first
different
one.
races. That made sense.
Yeah, they were step siblings or whatever. Or one was adopted or something.
Is the Fantastic Four really prominent enough to be rebooted 3 times in
Well,
the
no.
last 20
Isn't it
years?
huge?
They used
No.
to be, but not anymore. They used to be called Marvel's First Family, but meaning, they're the most important Marvel characters, but not anymore. Not since the X-Men took
You can't
over
call
in
them
the 90s.
X-Men anymore. That's sexist.
What?
X them.
Well, that is the name of the team, not
I know, but
referring to a
they don't want to
person.
use the word X-Men anymore for future Marvel movies.
well,
They
X
said
people are
who's
persons.
like Disney. There's been
Fuck
rumors
'em.
saying that Disney's going to change it from like X Force or like X People.
Disney's coming
It's
for our
X-Men.
souls.
All right.
Oh, I agree 100%. It's X-Men,
They can
but they're like, oh
go
my
fuck
god, it's not just
themselves.
men.
You
Force
gotta
is
be-
female.
You got to be kidding me. Is that a real thing?
I'm like,
Well,
no,
I
I'm
mean-
pretty sure I've heard it.
It's humans. Human.
You don't be
That
smart
men-
with them. Don't forget that people are literally the history is sexist. It's herstory also.
No, hold on. Okay, X-Men. I've not heard this before. The X-Men finally addressed the debate around changing their name. Should the X-Men change their name to something more gender neutral?
See?
Marvel
I told
Comics
you it was
finally
real.
weighs in. What? Okay. So it looks like they may have addressed it in the comics here.
I really don't even want to have the conversation about it.
Yeah, we're killing
because
Travis.
it's stupid.
I agree with Travis.
Okay. Adam, what would you like to talk about today?
Well, this is not what we were. Yeah, Fantastic Four. Let's just continue on, because
There
like
you go.
fuck these people who think they could just change IPs for their ideology. Like
Mhm.
honestly,
The modern
we need to just say fuck you. Make whatever product you want. We're not going to support you and make our own shit. Because guess what? Someone had to create the X-Men originally, so maybe this is just going to allow more people to create new stuff like ISOM. Like shit's happening where people are like, you know what, fuck the comic book industry. I'm gonna make my own shit, and it's gonna be better than all this shit that's coming out now, and actually give something that readers actually enjoy. Why do you think manga is absolutely destroying American comic books right now? Because they're obsessed with putting their own ideology into the story instead of caring about the story itself. They don't give a shit about that. They want to teach you how to be a better person. Like, no, fuck you. You're not my parents. My dad did a fantastic job of showing me what it's like to be a man. Like, I don't need you to teach me how to fucking wear makeup and wear a dress to be more masculine. That's literally a thing, by the way.
The funniest part about this whole thing is X-Men refers to humans. They are X-Men because they are mutated humans. Humans. Okay. So if they're fans, they would know that. So if they were fans of the actual Marvel shit, they would know that. So clearly these people are not fans.
They're not real fans. That's like what you learned from Star Wars. They don't know jack of shit about Star Wars, and they change all the stuff.
That's why it's called X-Men, though.
I want to highlight this
mutated
comment.
Humans.
I want to highlight this comment, and this is not the irony is not lost on me on this. Mr. Man 26 says this an alt-right pop culture show. No, this is not an alt-right pop culture show at all.
What is alt-right about anything we just said?
And the idea that you, with your name Mr. Man, would be upset about a conversation we're having about X-Men is extremely ironic, right? I think that is absolutely asinine. And if you think this is an alt-right show, you need to really think long and hard about how far left you are. Because the people who watch this show just have common fucking sense. And that's the reality of it.
Brom in chat said it's Mr. Ma'am. Okay.
It's ma'am.
Just insane, man.
The funny, if you knew what we were talking about before the show started, you can go fuck yourself. How about that?
Neanderthal.
Remember that? Mankind, for all mankind. It's like, it's not womankind. That sounds weird. It's not all encompassing. I don't think when I hear mankind, I don't think just a bunch of dudes, sausage party.
And that's the same thing with humans, and that's where the name X-Men came from, right? Exactly. If they were fans, they'd know that shit, and that's where it came from. But they aren't. So it's people complaining about shit that they don't even care about, just to complain because it bothers them.
Neanderthal came in with the big $50 super chat. Thank you so much. That is massive.
You didn't even say anything.
That deserves a UFO.
You could have said balls like 20 times. And you would have forced Craig to just say balls over and over.
True point.
But you know what? I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining. Craig should in honor.
I do appreciate it.
Right.
Common sense is apparently alt-right. Yeah, that's funny.
This is apparently yes. That is the internet right here. We're all alt-right, conservative hacks.
People actually think that though.
I know.
Because most people have common sense, and common sense tends to win over these ideological battles that people tend to try to have with others. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, Neanderthal.
Way to be.
Neanderthal.
Get in on this. Can we highlight that?
Absolutely. 100%. Neanderthal came in with the $50 super chat. Just saying balls.
And the crowd goes wild. Wow. I'm going to need you to say that seven more times, because I said you could have had him say it 8 times. And so just because it was such a huge super chat 2 times in a row.
Balls.
7 more times.
Balls. 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 Balls.
And 1 for good measure.
Not that we need to explain ourselves, but the gay liberal is the one who was talking first in that conversation. So fuck off.
Wait, I don't know what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Who are you talking to?
When he was
now?
calling us alt-right conservatives, that gentleman.
Oh.
Was he? Or was he just asking? Because he did say in chat later, I was like, I'm an independent. I was just asking a question. But The fact that you had to ask that question based on what we were talking about says a lot about you, Mr. Ma'am. I meant man.
When
You
you
know?
add the eye roll to the end
Just
of it,
saying.
it seems like a statement too.
Right.
I'm just saying. No, even without the eye roll, the fact that you thought that you had to ask that question based on the common sense conversation that we were having says everything about you.
Here's the thing.
You say whatever
We-
you want. Kind of
we-
expose yourself, dog.
We talk about things on this show that have been established throughout the entire course of history, up until about
Of mankind.
3 seconds ago. I'm sorry,
See what I did there?
humankind. Right?
Womankind.
You're right. Of all kind. Listen, and if you like, if anybody comes in and they're like, look, I don't agree with that. It's like, congratulations, you've been brainwashed in the last 3 seconds. Congratulations. Way to go. I have no sympathy for you at all. And you're probably crazy. Sal came in with the $2 super chat. Said Hollywood protects their predators. That appears to be the case, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much, Sal.
Oh, yeah.
And
Amber
just because,
Heard.
Tom
even
Cruise.
even
Or
if we
not Tom
did
Cruise, Tom Hanks.
have 10%, say 10% of our ideas were on the right hand side, that doesn't make us fucking alt right anyway. Just because we say one idea that may be on that side.
No, saying an X-Man has nothing to do with a man.
Right.
It's ex-humans.
Right.
Like that's what it's about. So
Yes.
the fact that they're trying to make it more inclusive means they don't understand what it is.
What it
because
means,
it's
right.
all mutants are under
Yes.
there. You can't
And-
get more inclusive. They are all under in there.
Everybody is included.
And the
And
whole
they're not even humans.
Yes.
They're trying to be inclusive for humans, but none of them are humans anymore. They're
Yes.
mutants. That's
And
the
that's
point
the
of
whole
X-Men.
idea, yes, of the story. Yeah, that's the funny part. It's a contradiction of the whole idea.
Oh, he's saying we're hung up about comic book characters possibly changing their name. I mean, it's stupid. That's why we're talking about it. We're not
If
hung
it
up
wasn't-
about it. We're not gonna cry about
Hold on,
it.
Blabs. If it wasn't a big deal, why change it in the first place?
Mm-hmm. What?
I'm just
why
curious.
change something that's not broken?
Is it a big deal or is it? Because they seem to think it's a big deal to change it. So why can't we comment on it? Should we just accept everything that people want to do? Or can we question things that don't seem logical like this?
And our
just saying.
We're
segment
not allowed
would
to
have been
question things
over.
anymore.
I'm just
And our
saying.
segment would have been over 5 minutes ago had you not said what you said, and we had to address it.
Now
Well,
look what you did.
But I think it's important to talk about those things, as people
Mhm.
come in and they hear these things, right? And hey, Mr. Man, not to put you on blast, but if you
I'm
come
putting
in,
you on blast.
but to
Put you
say
on
things
blast.
like
Put you on blast.
Just
Now,
gotta smack that
since-
headphones and
since-
show us the ears again.
Let me ask a question. Since Adam said he hates pedos and kid stuff,
I do,
Does that,
yeah.
does that
Fuck
make
that
him a
shit.
super liberal or alt right person? Which one is that? Which idea is that?
I'm pretty sure it's the liberals that are more into
Well, and that's why I'm asking.
touching
So
babies.
it depends on which side he's on and his viewpoint. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I asked the question.
Paul
Yeah.
came in with a 2. Thank you so much, Mr. Hadouken. It says based as fuck side scrollers balls.
Oh.
I love it. You forgot the Z, but I'll allow
I
it
feel
because
like
it's a Duke.
the theme of today is just balls.
Oh,
Just
man.
All
Today?
different types. Cherries.
Jeremy Wormy.
Go on. Give me
I
4
like-
more examples.
I like that, Adam. Just today.
Bouncy balls.
right, Chav. Go on.
Cherry balls.
Jeremy Wormy came in and says, I don't know, y'all pretty funny, and humor is far right.
It's all
I-
right.
Tends to be true. Tends to be true.
Maybe he
Because
said we're all right, not all right.
That's right.
Hanging
Camel-
Christmas
Camelot.
ornament ball.
Camelot, hold on. Camelot's in chat. He says, "How can that be the theme if I'm not even on?"
Hey, let's Camelot, let's
All
get
right.
you on. I'm gonna
All right.
DM you a link. Let's get
You-
Camelot in here.
It's just not the same without Camelot balls, right?
Camelot,
people?
I'm,
I know.
Camelot,
You
I'm,
heard
I'm
it
gonna-
here. Adam likes balls in his mouth and Camelot's balls.
I can't listen. If we're talking balls, we need to get Camelot in.
I got nothing. What I would do to put some traditional cherry balls in my mouth. All right, let me
I'm
say.
missing a
Let me
fourth
tell you.
ball. You
Let me
said
tell
there's
ya.
4.
Oh Lord.
They're covered in cinnamon. They look delicious. Come on.
Extra Zero came in and says, Blabs, you're getting X-Men as your 4th balls.
Wow, on your face. Wait, what are we talking about?
Huh?
What? My next trick.
Camelot's driving to Atlanta. Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
I know
Oh
I'm
my
getting
God.
balls for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is, well, you know
Finish,
the rest
go
of
ahead,
it, I
finish
guess.
that.
You know the rest
Some,
of it.
some roasted walnuts.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
So there's some more nuts that you can talk about.
All the nuts, guys.
Even
From
the chin nuts.
pistachios to chestnuts.
The chin nuts? No. Okay.
Blake says this episode is balls to the walls insane. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Torwin says they're certainly trying to classify comedy as quote alt-right these days because they're afraid of the truth comedians tell. George Carlin would be called that today. George Carlin would be called alt-right.
I've got an example. Dave Chappelle, right? His 4 comedy specials in a row all had to he was talking about trans stuff, trans issues, trans whatever, and that he actually had a friend who was trans that he befriended, and they did comedy together, and the person bombed but kept going, and then didn't care about the hate and all this stuff, and they were trying to hate on him, and he's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" The whole show is honoring my friend that committed suicide because they got bullied from you guys. You're the fucking assholes to someone who was in your group and you guys were like that. That hate's not coming from me. That's coming from you guys. Anyway, Chappelle is he's the GOAT of comedy right now.
I loved him in Robin Hood.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Men in Tights,
Rob
the best
Men in
Robin Hood.
Tights. That's funny.
It's the
That's a
best Robin Hood
classic.
movie
deep
ever.
cut. Hey, Bill came in and says,
It's
if
pretty good.
common sense makes me alt-right, then I guess Z Hale had to
Thank you for
spell-
pronouncing it all weird.
Is that right? I
'Cause
don't know.
That could have been taken.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't.
Yeah, just
I wouldn't
leave
give
that out next time.
I wouldn't
yeah.
give that to the clips of the internet, but I'll put some cherry balls in my mouth all day long.
Sounds good. All right.
Phrasing.
Hey, and Melodic Method came in with a 5. Says, chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth and
Put 'em
suck
out
them.
That's-
God, what?
That was it. That was a really good album. I gotta say that
Uh-huh.
whole South Park album was freaking fantastic, dude.
Blabs, do you know?
No,
But-
I
No.
thought you guys were just in sync singing the same shit. I'm like, how'd you guys do that? But it's apparently a real thing.
Yes,
Ooh,
it's
suck
Chef
on
from
it.
South Park.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's good.
I was like,
Like-
wow, you guys are good. Same wavelength.
yeah, balls. Come on, you know.
If you have balls, you think on the same wavelength. I missed
If
out.
they're
Damn it.
if they're of a certain caliber, and I'm talking giant, got to be over 6 foot tall to understand,
Damn it.
right, Craig?
Listen, when you're bigger, as a larger male, there are things that you understand that others don't. All right, it's just
What
the
is
way it is.
Do tell. I'm curious now.
Nut Bunny says ball resonance. We're gonna go with that. I like that.
Nut
That's good.
Or
Buddy.
don't tell.
Yeah, that's true. It's from Nut Bunny, so clearly they know. All right, ball
Balls in
resonance.
sync.
Well, you've seen those desk things where the one ball knocks the one on the other side. Well, they're not even anywhere close to each other, right? Sometimes there's 4 or 5 balls in between them, and it's ball resonance. All right, I'm telling you,
Ball residence,
resonance.
resonance. Okay. All right.
Residents. I heard them ball residents.
We're just exploring the avenue of balls today.
Neighborhood.
Listen, I can tell you all about them ball residents. All right, I'll tell you that. And as a larger man, no.
Oh,
All right, let's go on to our next story. All right, hey, it's our
Oh my
feature
God.
story today. It's our thumbnail story. Let's go. Here we go.
Yay,
Uh,
talk about balls. These men don't have any. Anyway, keep
Oh
going.
my God,
I love
Hey,
it. Hold on, that was fantastic. That was quick. It was glorious. Great segue. Good shit, Blabs.
Oh man. Hold on, Raven came in and says, crazy how political this channel has become. I thought it was gonna be a gaming podcast. What the
How
fuck?
is this politics? We're talking about balls.
We're talking about balls.
That one was a joke. Clearly.
That's so political.
I hope that's a joke.
Now hold on. Wait a minute, Craig. Are your
What?
balls left leaning or right leaning?
That's how you're sitting.
How political are your nuts, huh? I mean,
They're right down the middle. Here we go.
They're independent
Yeah, one leans one way, the other leans the other. I don't know. They're constantly fighting. I don't know.
Just don't get along, man.
Oh my goodness.
Straight
No,
down
Wow.
the
it's
gut.
not a joke, says where'd it go? Raven.
Oh man. That
All right,
was funny.
so the big news out of Hollywood, outside of Matthew Lawrence and his thing, late night shows are going to shut down immediately after the Writers Guild called a strike. They'll be not writing anything because these guys
You're
can't write
out.
jokes for themselves. They're done. They're done.
Yep.
Wait, I thought
That's
they were all
hilarious.
comedians, apparently.
Apparently.
Listen,
Yeah.
nightly
Can
talk
any
shows.
of these guys even like do anything?
Well,
Mm.
and during the last writer strike, here's the thing. I remember the last one when Letterman was still on his show and Big Chin, forget his name.
Leno.
Big
And I
Speaking of
remember
balls.
I remember that writer strike, they stayed on because they wrote their own material. Yes, it was a shorter show and a different kind of show, but they still stayed on. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
So
Yeah,
you're
I was
telling
gonna
me
say that.
And if I recall, they paid their employees that were striking.
yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think they did. They did.
Yes.
I remember.
I
Hearing
know
about that
Leno
out of
did.
their own
I don't know.
pocket,
I don't
yeah.
know. Letterman did, but
Yeah,
I
I know-
did hear
I
about
know-
Leno writing his
Yeah,
own stuff.
Letterman did pay his employees and wrote his own stuff. I only know him specifically. So if you say Leno did, they both did.
There you go.
And
So what I hate the
Letterman said he thought his employees deserved to be paid regardless if they're striking or not. That's what he said.
Well, I think that's a.
What were
that's
they
a-
striking for then? Because that's a pretty good deal.
It's for the
I
whole
mean-
Writers Guild. When the whole Writers Guild decides to strike for everybody, everybody has to do it. Otherwise,
It's
you're
like
out of the guild.
it's a union, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, unions are basically a freaking mafia now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. First off, Neanderthal came in with the $50 super chat.
Another one?
No message. No message.
Wow, way to fucking
Balls.
Balls anyway.
Yeah.
Balls.
Balls, 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 balls.
Balls.
Balls. I think it should be a thing every $50 super chat.
What's that, Blabs?
I said.
Balls.
I knew he was going to say that.
Balls.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay.
Every $50 super chat from now on has to be responded with Craig yelling balls with an echo.
100%.
Forevermore.
100%. 100%.
Agreed.
Forevermore.
$100. $50 balls. All right. Sounds good. I love it. Hey, thank you so much, Neanderthal. Huge support today. Can't tell you how much we all genuinely appreciate that. Now, look,
That's
guys,
awesome.
I realize that this is probably some really sad news for a lot of you guys. Is I know that every night you guys wake up and you're waiting, you're looking at your watch, at your phone, waiting for Jimmy Fallon to start his nightly monologue and Stephen Colbert to give you such amazing comedy like this. I think we all remember this, don't we?
Oh my
yeah.
God. This cringe.
Yeah.
He's awful. I think he's the worst of the entire group as far as like
No, wait,
comedy.
I was going to say the
Ugh.
best news. James Corden says his late night show is canceled permanently.
They're done.
That's
Yeah,
the
but he
best
was
news.
always. Didn't he cancel himself like a year ago? He said he was done.
Yeah,
Here you go.
but
But
who
that's
knows?
contract negotiations, you know.
Look,
Yeah.
late night ended when they shat all over Conan O'Brien when Leno
True.
was like, actually, I want to come back and we're going to give it to someone else. And Conan O'Brien was like, well, fuck you. I'm going to go do my own show somewhere else. You guys broke our contract. Conan O'Brien is hilarious. And they screwed up royally when they wanted to maintain basically controlled freaking puppet heads, which are all of those four right there were just
I like
puppet
Craig
heads.
Ferguson too. He was fun.
Yeah, the
Craig
sad,
Ferguson,
Scottish
yeah,
guy.
he's funny.
the sad
Mhm.
part is I think you're right. It left a bad taste in people's mouths about late night, and now they
Yeah.
search for other content. Sadly.
Yeah,
I mean, if they would have kept Conan in and maybe got a new one, I liked Craig Ferguson as well. I thought he was funny, but
Yeah,
Craig
he was.
Kilborn I thought was funny as well.
oh yeah, Craig Kilborn, yeah, he was
Of
cool.
that group in the article, the only one that has some talent is Jimmy Fallon because he can also sing, whereas the other ones they can't do shit, right?
Can he though?
He can sing.
I've never heard him
He's
sing.
decent. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty
he was-
decent.
He was on Broadway too.
But
He
he's
should
not a
go back
singer,
to
is he?
Broadway.
Jimmy
Or
Fallon?
maybe Not? I
Hey,
got nothing.
I mean, he was also in Jurassic World. He did like
Yeah.
a little skit for like inside the gyrospheres. Do you guys remember that?
He was also in Band of Brothers, which totally throws me off. Every time I see him, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing in this series? One of the best TV show series ever made on HBO. The one thing about it I don't like is Jimmy Fallon showing up. I got the extra ammo, guys. And then he like, that's it. It's like, what the fuck was that? Like, why? Why Jimmy Fallon? Weird. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't like any of them, but I will say that that entire group of suckers and losers, he's probably like the least one in
I
my
think-
opinion. They all suck though.
when you look at this group
Minuscule
of folks,
balls.
when you look at these guys and you see Colbert and Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel here, who Kimmel, by the way, is the biggest hack of them all. What an absolute asshat. The idea of him hosting the Man Show,
And
being
then
like-
going to late night.
and like, hey, you want to be on the Man Show and then go to late night, that's fine, that's great. But if you want to totally it was either all an act on the Man Show,
Yeah.
right,
yeah.
or this is all an act, one or the other. It's such a joke. And
Yeah,
It's a
I
Man
remember it was a show where him and what was the other guy?
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla, yes. Him and Adam Carolla
A
it was
G.
very much like a Howard Stern type show.
Adam Carolla is a fucking G.
Yeah,
Shout
he's
out
a
to
good-
Adam
he's a good
Carolla.
guy.
So-
I used to watch their show and think, how did they not get in trouble for saying? But I was real young, you know.
Hey, Blatz, how about this? Let me just show you the first episode of the Man Show. This is just the intro to the Man Show, and you tell me if this is
Great
if,
show.
if this is the Jimmy Kimmel that you know today.
Just this opening would get them canceled today.
Yeah.
Sexual harassment, midgets. What else?
So the whole bit here was
A
created
show
by
for men.
yeah. So they got the guy on the piano, and whenever they'd go to commercials, they would have girls jumping on trampolines. That was the whole bit. That's what they were known for.
Can you imagine just being paid to jump on a trampoline?
I mean, come on. I've been there. I've done that. With slam ball.
Were you wearing a
What?
bikini though?
No, it would make slam ball way more interesting.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Damn, still.
Hey, it's
Man.
Mr. Freeze. How you doing, man?
Almost over it. Hey, Blake came in playing the violin for Jimmy Kimmel. So sad.
Really tiny one.
Super, the world's smallest violin.
Wow.
Oh,
So
man.
look at this. The Man Show was on from 99 to 2004, and Jimmy Kimmel got his show on 2003. So it was right after
Yep.
the Man Show, which is crazy to me.
Yeah. It's crazy to see how the complete opposite that guy has
Distance
gone in his
himself.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was me. It's not me anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and it's one thing to apologize and become somebody else or whatever people say they do, but literally he's saying things that are the complete opposite of his opinion. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, well, check this out. By the way, once again, this has been pointed out many times. But you know, we'll put this up here just for fun. Blabs, this is Jimmy Kimmel doing blackface as Karl Malone.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is this is your favorite late night host. Anyways, this is when he was the executive producer of the show and he didn't have writers. So anyways, Bill came in with a 5, says the Man Show ended every show with women jumping on trampolines in bikinis. That was literally the entire bit. It's a funny show. And there's no way it would happen today, mainly because of misogyny. So Soda Awesome says, not gonna lie, the Man Show helped make me a man. Well, you're part of the problem, Soda Awesome.
Like I said, just the opening of that with the guy with the leaf blower blowing off the girl's clothes and them holding the midget up by the thing and all that, that would get them canceled nowadays. You know?
Sorry, wait, what are we talking
Little
about?
person. But
you can say
just
whatever
that-
you want.
Just that opening would have gotten them canceled nowadays. Seriously.
Evan came in with the 13.99, says Craig Ferguson is the GOAT. He was the only host that didn't make fun of Britney Spears when she had a breakdown and instead talked about his battle with sobriety. Good man.
Respect.
Man,
Mhm.
by the way, talking about
Respect.
Britney Spears, that's like,
I actually remember that. He said, "Why are we all making fun of this girl? Why is everybody making fun of this girl? Clearly, she needs help."
yeah. Which, as time has gone on and you've seen her life, man, yes, more
Mhm.
than ever. Like, talk about somebody who is in dire need for help. Sal came in with the 2, says Jimmy Kimmel did blackface on the Man Show. Yes, he did it multiple times. He played Oprah Winfrey as well, which which was amazing.
Wow.
So, all right. So, anyways, back to the story. This is so all the late night shows are going to stop, right? This is kind of coming at possibly the worst time ever because all their ratings are in the tank, and so every show's going on hiatus.
Do you think
Late
any of
show,
them will get canceled besides the one,
no,
Kilgore or whatever his name is, the English guy?
no, no,
Hmm.
not at all. No,
I mean,
I
yeah,
think that
Universal and NBC have lots of money to fuel that show. So
Well, like somebody mentioned in the chat, that's the same story I read. The reason they're canceling that show is because it loses $20 million an episode. An episode.
Dang.
Yeah. That's
Holy
wait,
shit!
one fucking episode.
who
How many episodes are there a year?
The English guy, I just said his name. I
James
forgot it.
Corden?
James Corden. They lose $20 million every episode.
an episode?
Yes.
How are they
Golly.
spending that much money?
I
Right.
don't know. They have it to burn, apparently.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Or they're working as armed of the government to
Well, and
so who
they
knows?
probably at one point did make that money through merchandising or whatever. But when you espouse your views to be one side or the other, then that puts off marketing. So they don't want to sponsor your show anymore.
Right. Well, I'm sure we'll all shed a single tear tonight for the writers of all these
Yeah,
great
Adam will make
shows.
cherry balls in
I'm
their
sorry, they're saying in chat 20 million a year. Maybe it is a year.
I was
Well,
gonna say. Yeah.
Still a lot of money.
That
I
makes
mean,
a lot
then
more
again,
sense,
NBC
actually.
made was it NBC? I think it was. Yeah, for Friends, they were getting paid how many millions per episode for
Mhm.
cast? I mean, it's entirely possible.
But at that time, when the show is doing 15,
Fantastic,
16
yeah.
million 15, the viewership on it is crazy. They can sell advertisement through the roof.
yeah.
They can afford to do that stuff. That's how
Mhm.
you make money. So, 20 million an episode seemed like quite a bit because the general going rate, like a show on MTV, I would say is generally like $500,000 for every 30 minutes, right? So that's kind of the going rate for television, and that's pretty cheap television, by the way.
This is what the story said. They were making 65 million a year. It was 65 million a year to make, and they were netting less than 45 million.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, they're throwing in a lot of money and not getting a lot of money back. That's just basic business right there. So, anyways, we'll say a prayer for all the snooty duty writers in Hollywood.
I mean, I
What's
won't.
I know.
Lies.
True. It's crazy. The fact that we do a show every single day, we kind of come in, and that's the thing is, that is the establishment. They are the old media. That's what they are, and they are going to die a slow death, and it's going to be a slow, painful death for all those networks. And they're going to try to pivot into the online space, and who's going to reject them? People like Geeks and Gamers, people like Nerdrotic, people like Side Scrollers, people who go in and we say our piece and we don't care, and we're gonna say no. There's no room for you. There's no room for you. Get out.
Sorry. The last bit I'll say about it is imagine how much money the old late night shows used to make if they were paying Jay and Conan $50 million a year, because James Corden was only making $5 million a year.
Only making
But
that,
only well compared to them, it's only So imagine how much money the other shows used to make. It's insanity.
Real Gamer 81 says Craig always loves when people he disagrees with don't get money.
No, actually, what I don't agree with is people who are in no position to step away from getting money because they're idiots. Like that, it's them making this decision to step away from getting their money. That's their decision, not mine. They're the ones who are going on strike. So yeah, you can be upset at me about that. That's fine, but it is what it is. So, And Brian came with this. Says, does this include writers for TV shows and movies? Yes, it is a general writer's strike
And
across the
all
board.
writers are in the same guild. You have to be or you can't be a writer.
That's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
They won't hire you on normal network shows like Power Rangers. This is a good example. The reason why Power Rangers, they're filmed in New Zealand. You would think, why is a show like that filmed in New Zealand? Well, because if they were union workers, they have to meet all of these things. Like they have to have a certain standard of health care. They have to do this and do that, pay them a certain amount. And they can only be standing for a certain amount of hours and all this. You have to feed them a certain... But if they go to New Zealand, they don't have to meet all those obligations, and it costs them much less to make the show.
Right.
Interesting.
Nut Bunny says it's mafia-like, very much so.
So that was saying earlier.
All right, let's go on to
Actually,
some.
the Power Rangers reunion, they couldn't get some of the old big name actors because they were part of the union. And if the union said, if you go to New Zealand and do that show, we'll kick you from the union.
It's insane.
Sounds like Scientology now too.
It's crazy.
Let's go ahead and move on to some actual gaming stuff here, which we got a little bit of gaming here. We talked about this. Today is the second, and there was a lot of hubbub last week on the internet about the Fortnite release of. It showed Anakin Skywalker in a. So you guys remember that? So they released a trailer today, and I find this really interesting. I'm guessing this is a new game mode. I just want to show you guys this. But what I found really interesting about this was that this is the ultimate Star Wars experience, not in a Star Wars game, which is like...
Yeah, and they give you 3 new skins, so it's Anakin, Padme, and Darth Maul.
But this doesn't look like Fortnite at all. When you look at this, they got the things coming up.
I thought he
He's
grabbed
grabbing
the
rocks and
Coca-Cola
stuff.
bottle for a second.
He actually looks great. Darth
Yeah,
Maul
this looks
does.
really, really fun. But like, I don't know. Is this something that I don't care about the Breath of the Wild thing. Is this something that that you can do in the regular Fortnite game, like lift up rocks from the ground
No.
and
Is this
throw them
Fortnite
using the
mobile?
Force?
And that's what we were talking about the other day, is when you get all these characters in and they can all do certain things. Now it's just what character balances what character now. You're just going to have so many game breaking things that...
No, it's probably a skill that you pick up, kind of like the Kamehameha thing. It's like anyone can use it. It's just about finding it to be able to use the skill. So it's probably just a skill that you can use.
So it won't
Yeah,
be
that's-
specific.
I don't play Fortnite, but I
Yeah, it's probably
have
just
seen
an
people play.
ability.
Okay, that makes more sense. Otherwise, like I said, it would be game breaking for that character, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Adam, you put this on the run sheet the last few days. Let's do it. It's a run sheet of all the games that are coming out in May. Do you want to take us through here, Adam?
Yeah, it's just a few. This is from Niche Gamer. Does a lot of cool game stuff. So we got Age of Wonders 4, which I don't really know much about. Actually, about half of this list I'm not really aware of, but obviously they're coming out. So Age of Wonder 4. And then this is Redfall, which is receiving a lot of hate right now. It's very had a really shit release. I think it's been released now. Is it out? Anyway, gamers are complaining about this game, Redfall. I think Bethesda put this out. Is it Bethesda?
I've seen a lot of videos about this. People talking about how the game is very bland and it's probably one of the worst games of 2023. So be on the lookout for that.
It looks like it could be a cool game, but damn, dude. I don't know. It looks.
I don't know.
Does Bethesda have a good reputation now? I know they used to.
No, I don't think so.
Idle Showdown, is this a fighting game? Oh, it's a free fan project. Okay.
Anything that says idle in it, I'm not interested in it. It's like, oh, it's a tap game, and no thanks.
Right.
I'm good. Then, of course, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which we've talked about multiple times.
Yep.
This is Humanity. Looks actually kind of cool. I don't know what kind of a game it would be. Puzzle-based stages that provide their own challenge. Cool. Yeah.
So
Lemmings. That could be cool. Actually, I like Lemmings.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, Lemmings is really. I loved Lemmings as a kid. Loved it.
Yeah, classic game.
Lego 2K Drive. Like Lego games are awesome. All
Have
Lego
they
games.
ever
Lego
made
games were great. Now
So-
they're kind of
I remember the old Lego, or that was Micro Machines. Have they ever made a Lego game where you can actually build things and not like side, like the Star Wars Lego games or whatever, but just a normal Lego game.
Where you like Lego City almost?
Yeah,
I'm
just
sure
where you,
that's in some modes. I know they had that, I think, in some Harry Potter years 1 through 4. You could build some random stuff.
you would think that would
mode.
be like a big Minecraft competitor if they did it right, right?
That would be interesting. I
That
don't know how
Golem
people would
game-
do it. Minecraft already exists. You know?
Yeah. This Golem game looks interesting where you're actually Golem. I find it odd. I feel like it's a little milking the cow dry kind of vibe with Lord of the Rings. They know people love Lord of the Rings and see Lord of the Rings and go, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what Amazon was hoping with Rings of Power. Of course, they failed miserably because that show was trash. But yeah,
Guy
feels like another. The gameplay doesn't look that bad. I've seen some gameplay of it. It's kind of eh.
There's
I'm not looking forward to anything though coming out.
Yeah, with
Nothing-
the Golem one, it's like you're right. They're milking it. How can we tell this story again? Well, let's put them in the eyes of Golem. You know. Yeah.
I am looking for the Diablo 4 beta. They are going to do a third beta now. Well, technically a second open beta, and that's next weekend. So I'm excited about that. And then it, of course, comes out June 9th or 7th. So we're about a month out from Diablo 4, which I'm very excited about. And Mark the Cyborg hit me up after the show yesterday. He's like, are you playing Diablo 4? Are you playing? And I was like, yeah, man, I already pre-ordered it. So he sent me confirmation that he also is going to be playing. It's like, oh
Yes.
shit.
yesterday after our post show
Exclusive news.
Mhm.
over on patreon.com/side scrollers, which we'd love for you guys to join us over there. Yesterday after our post show, as everyone was wrapping up and leaving, he thought you were leaving, or he thought you were staying and I was leaving, and he was like, so you're gonna play oh, Adam left. And like, it was one of those
Was
things
he-
where
Was he so sad?
he was so sad. He wanted to talk to you about Diablo. It was such a
Well, he hit me up. He hit me up afterwards.
good. I'm glad you guys
So-
are getting
Hey,
connected.
Diablo players are passionate. I'm one of them. You get into the game when you get into it, you know.
Yep. And it's so far the beta is way better than Diablo 3. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm hoping that's
I'm
good.
gonna join this one when I can get in this weekend or next
So-
weekend.
Chat of those games, is there anything you guys are really looking forward to outside of probably Zelda? I'd imagine you guys are probably most looking forward to. Love to hear your
No.
thoughts on that.
I'm not.
But ask in the chat.
Oh,
Well, Adam is in the chat. Technically.
That's true. That's true.
I do
Uh,
have it up. I could say something. So
Please
no,
fire
I'm not
away.
interested.
Oh.
I just said I'm not interested.
Good. You know what I am
Even
interested
Adam
in?
spend time on cherry balls.
I'm
True.
interested in this. The Jedi Survivor game came out, and
Mhm.
it's we talked about it at length about the PC differences versus the console differences and stuff. But
Yeah.
there was a nice little nod to Super Metroid in the game, which you guys know I'm
Really?
a big Super Metroid fan. And if let's just kind of watch this real quick. There's a sequence in Super Metroid where it's kind of a secret, but it teaches you some mechanics in the game. It's about, I don't know, a few minutes into the game. And it's not really it's a tutorial, but it's not the beginning of the game, if that makes sense. It teaches you like advanced bouncing off the wall mechanics, and they've kind of emulated that here in the game, which is pretty interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Is that Buglings?
By the way, this is Twitter's video, just
Vagano?
looking like trash.
Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to see.
That's
It's
tough.
Minecraft.
So you find three little things at the bottom.
You think I can do that, BD?
It could just be the game itself not being optimized.
They go bounce off walls.
I mean, EA even said
This
a
is
statement saying, yeah,
very-
sorry.
Very Prince of Persia, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that type of mode is in the first game also, where you're jumping back and forth.
Right, but this is just like a nod to you find these little creatures at the bottom of the well, and they're waiting for you. And this is like the animals from Super Metroid. There's this thing in Super Metroid. It's when you speed run the game, you can find these little characters who help you learn these abilities throughout the game. And as you are exiting the game and the last sequence, it's like this speed run to get off the planet before it explodes. You can take a diversion to quote unquote save the animals. And when you see a speed run, oftentimes in like something like Awesome Games Done Quick, they have a donation goal, and the more that is donated to either saving the animals or not saving the animals is what they do during the speed run. and it only takes it takes an extra 15 seconds to do. But when you save the animals at the end of the game, it changes the ending just extremely slightly. And that right before the planet explodes, you see a single pixel zoom off in a spaceship away from it.
Oh yeah, I
And-
remember that. At the end, that was the cliffhanger for the next Metroid game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, man. So, anyways, I thought that was a nice little reference. I like to see games do references to classics.
I like the idea of doing more in a speed run for donations, so that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've actually done that before. I did the same thing, and as Mike says, he voted to not save the animals. That's right. So, good stuff. And as Zayed says, it's 10% off on Xbox right now. That's interesting already.
Wait,
the
which
game just
game?
came out. I'm
Jedi Survivor?
guessing that Jedi Survivor.
Already?
Yeah, that's fast.
No, it's really bad. Like it's apparently broken for everything.
Maybe
Well,
that's why they're trying to promote.
There's a huge update. I think today or
Yeah,
yesterday.
big patch.
Supposedly trying to optimize it.
I mean, why
guess
would you release it though? I mean, you already delayed it. I would have just delayed it more. You shouldn't release
Look,
it like that.
this is what I think. This is what I think really happened. I think the developers, the people who were trying to fix the code to make it more streamlined, because it was huge. It's like 130 gigs or something.
Yeah, something like
And a
that.
game that huge, it's not that big of a game. And I think that's because they just didn't optimize it correctly, obviously. And I think the bigwigs at the company probably were like, we don't care. Get this game out. We gave you 6 weeks because they already pushed it back, right? So it didn't come out on time. The bigwigs are like, we're losing a hype. Get this game out. We have the pre-orders. They're starting to cancel. Like, we can't have that. Get the game out. We don't care if it's optimized or not. And then now we have this. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's what I think.
It's plausible. Sounds like it could have happened. And
Man, EA
the bad
sucks.
thing is nowadays there's a fine line between, because some games they'll just put out and be in development forever. But there's that fine line
So-
between user sadness
Oh.
over that shit. And I think Craig's. You hear Craig?
Is he frozen?
I think he might have dropped.
I'm not the only frozen one, guys.
I don't know what's going on.
There you go. We can hear
1990
you
Craig,
now.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm back. You
You're
got
froze
me?
though. Camera's
Well,
froze.
I mean,
but-
I got a nice screen grab of you for Twitter, so thank you.
There, your camera's working but a little.
Okay, sounds good.
now.
Hold on. What the heck?
Well,
Wow.
I think
So
he's
anyway-
resetting.
And
or
then there
something.
was 3. Hi, guys. What's
Hey,
up? How-
this is really
Look at this.
close.
We're having a little like snuggle party right
Yeah.
now. We're all close.
my
I could,
head's.
I could practically smell you, Blabs. Oh, you should take a
What the
shower.
hell, man? Don't smell me.
Trev, why did you think that was so funny? I didn't think it was funny.
I can
but-
practically smell you. Wow, okay.
Uh,
I don't even know what the hell's
Welcome
going
You
back.
miss
on.
balls,
Welcome
the
back,
smelling,
Craig.
and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I could smell her balls. All right, it was bad.
Big balls.
They were
Smelled
not
like-
cherry. All right, let me tell you.
tangy, soury.
Whoa, we don't need the details, man.
Whoa!
Just know they weren't cherry, and I kind of expected cherry. I'm just saying. Maybe it's
I'm
just
sorry at that point.
something I'm looking forward to.
I
Cherry
was really
balls.
nervous, okay?
The long and short of it was I decided I'm going to download the Street Fighter 6 demo for the first time. There
Oh.
was a chat asking about it. So
Finally.
I'm going to download it. I'm going to check it out. I'll play it tonight on stream and give you guys
There
my
it
first
is.
thoughts. I've never actually
My-
played the Street Fighter 6 demo, so
Hype. The hype is real.
looking forward to doing that. Jay came in, says little love from the 199. Love side scrollers, Jay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We love the 199 right back. Great group of folks. All right. With that said, I think we're. Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hey!
Neanderthal 2020 with the $50 super chat says, wash the balls.
Wash your balls.
Wash the
This is a
balls.
PSA. Please
Wash the balls.
It is good hygiene.
50 Let's stinking go. Wow.
Speaking of balls.
Man, Henry's right. Henry got us started today, man. Starting
I don't
strong,
know.
finishing strong. Let's stinking go. That is outstanding. Thank you guys so much for the
That was huge. That was huge. Thank you, Neanderthal. That's freaking rad. Dude.
Wash your balls. The ladies will thank you.
amazing.
It's-
support today.
It's great knowledge about life. If you're a man, you gotta wash your balls. I mean, it's just priority.
And wash them.
Non-athletes might not know this, but men can get yeast infections as well. And I only know that because I was sitting in the doctor's office one day and I heard somebody telling the doctor that. So
This has been a
wash your
PSA from
balls.
Travis. You too can get a yeast infection if you don't
Well,
wash your
he's not
balls.
wrong. Wash your balls, people.
Let's get to some
Anyway.
memes.
That's
Let's
a
get
good
to some
finish.
memes.
That's a good
Let's
finish.
go. We're going to get some memes before we head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. Once again, thank you guys very much. Once again, Neanderthal, thank you very much for the ridiculous support today. Amazing stuff across the board. Look at this. Elite Neo says, still playing Diablo 2 Resurrected to kill time until Diablo 4 comes out next month. June 2nd for pre-purchasers, June 6th for everyone else. Hopefully D4 pulls players away from the cash grab that is Diablo Immortal.
Oh.
So much, Elite Neo. Appreciate that. That is a great super chat. Outstanding
Yeah,
stuff.
Diablo 2 Resurrected was awesome. They really catered to the real players of Diablo 2 and just totally revamped the graphics in the best way. Added seasons, added some like the Sunder charms, and just they did it right, man. They added new stuff to the game, but they didn't change the game, and they added new rune words, which is no one was I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, very very good job on their part. I'm really happy with how they did that.
Let's go on to our memes today. Coming in from Extra Zero, getting us started in a major way. I knew this one was coming.
Say everybody haven't seen my balls. They're big and salty and brown.
And Brown,
If you ever need a pick
pick me up,
just
just stick my balls
in your
in your mouth. Wouldn't you love to have those balls in your mouth, guys?
Let's
Yes, that is glorious. There,
hear that
that was
one
fantastic.
more time. One more time.
You want to blow it
Say
up?
everybody have
What's that?
You want to blow it up?
Yeah, I do.
Say everybody haven't seen my balls. They're big and salty and brown. If you ever need a pick me up. Just stick my balls in your.
Look, wouldn't you love to have those balls in your mouth, guys?
There you go.
Craig
That
was
was-
scary.
that was
His eyes were
fantastic.
like, ding.
That was fantastic.
You got this
Wow.
one from Horny Alf coming in. Says Side Scrollers is bringing the balls. They're just walking around with a big old ball sack and a wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Oh, that's a great episode of South
Jedi.
Park up there, man. That's great stuff. Then we have this one from Extra Zero. Says Miss Crazy T suggested Mad Balls. Here we go. Look at that. Got my Craig's.
Look at
Craig
Adam.
balls
Oh
will
my
lead us.
God.
I like how they actually mixed two different faces of mine because I wasn't wearing my Fernk beanie when I made that face. I had
Yeah,
crazy
You
hair.
can see it.
So they actually added that beanie. They slapped the beanie from a different picture of me. So good shit, Extra Zero.
Mhm.
Be getting creative.
The memes never disappoint. This one, another one from Horny Alf here.
I know you're gonna be missing me when you got that big, white, wrinkly body on top of you with his loose skin and old balls. Gross.
I like it.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Horny Alf. Our next one comes from Jeremy Wormy. It says, how badly do you want side scroll? Do you want on side scrollers? Give me them balls.
Cast the couch.
Oh
That's
my
funny.
God. Thank you so much, Jeremy Wormy. Appreciate that. And then the final Air 404. That's me, apparently. There you go. I'm going to get that little heart there. Nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's great stuff. The Legion of Memers, once again, a major part of Side Scrollers and building this amazing little community. Thank you guys very much for your support today. Outstanding stuff. Man. Okay. Blabs, you got anything going on?
Yeah, I'll be playing on Kick tonight. I don't know what. Maybe Jurassic World. I said I wanted to do it last week, and I didn't even play it. But I'm going to play it tonight, and it's going to be great.
I want to, during the post show, I want to ask you about how Kick's going. So we'll
Oh,
talk
it's
about
been
that.
going
in a
pretty
moment.
well, actually. So yeah.
Okay. Trav, you got anything?
Follow me on Twitter. That's it.
Sounds good. Greatest gamer in the room, Adam Krigler.
Yep, I'm gonna be. There's Guardian
Yep.
games that just started today on Reset over in Destiny 2, so I'll be doing that. I was teaching Flawdzilla how to play Destiny yesterday. We were having fun. I don't know if he's going to join me tonight, but we are having a one-on-one PvP battle next Monday. So he has 6 more days to get good at Destiny 2 because he thinks he's claiming that he's gonna wipe the board with me, and I think that's really cute, actually. So we'll see how he fares. You know, of course, I'm a day 1 Destiny 1 player, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I stream Monday through Friday on Rumble, usually around 4 p.m. Eastern time to about 6. Monday and Tuesday nights, I have a show on my YouTube and Rumble page. Monday is Base Staff Mondays, which was a lot of fun last night. Finally got the whole crew back together. And then Tuesday Titans is tonight at 6:30 Eastern time, where me and Georgia Giants there just talk about news and stuff. And there's some very political things that I'm not even going to bring up, but we're talking about tonight. And then, of course, Sunday nights is Forbidden Frontier with Gary from Nerdrotic and Quarter Black Garrett. Having a lot of fun on that show. We haven't had the show for a while because of the Vegas meetup, but we will be continuing on next Sunday. I believe we're going to be talking about Skinwalker Ranch again. That conversation really, we just kind of scratched the surface of what that is. So we'll be getting into that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to Side Scrollers. You guys are awesome.
Yep, it's time to get out of here. We've had an awesome show today, guys.
Yeah,
I
this
cannot
is a
tell
lot
you.
of fun.
Can't tell you how much we genuinely appreciate you guys today with your ridiculous support from top to bottom. Neanderthal coming in major hot, totally just
I've got balls of steel.
all up there, man. All of the balls
Balls.
all over where.
Ball.
Balls and
Balls of steel.
there we go. Getting a little Duke Nukem in before we get out of here. With that said, once again, Friday we are back. It is Blads versus Castlevania.
Blanca.
Casablanca.
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Rebranding.
Casablanca, right?
There you go.
Just anyway.
I swear, if somebody makes a game called Casablanca, Blabs, you better fucking sue them.
Copyright strike.
Tomorrow we got Boogie. Make sure you guys are ready for that. Get in early. It's going to be a really interesting show. If you ever wanted to ask Boogie a question, that would be a great time to do so because we will be live and it's going to be fun. We're going to have lots of great questions. With that said, head on over to patreon.com/sidescrollers right now and support this show. We'd greatly appreciate that. Can we get one new patron today? I would love to see that. With that said, guys, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal? Go get it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 11 a.m. Central Time for the next episode of Side Scrollers. Twitch, let's get you the hell out of here. See you, Twitch.
Fatality.
Gone. Twitter? What? Twitter. Bye, Twitter. See you later.
Fatality.
Oh, I can delete it on Twitter, too. That's interesting. Rumble. Let's get the hell out of here. Bye, Rumble.
Fatality.
And finally, YouTube. Guys, thanks
Good
so
night,
much for
big balls.
thanks for so much for sticking with us all the way to the end. See you guys later.
Fatality.
Bye-bye. All righty. Man.